In this tutorial, we are going to go through addition of two-digit numbers. And we're going to do this using the vertical format. The vertical format is also known as long addition if you are adding numbers and long subtraction if you are minusing numbers. Let's work through a simple example and learn how to write down the addition of two-digit numbers using the vertical format. So what is 34 plus 42? Now, how do we write these numbers down in the vertical format? Well, we write the numbers down in columns. So let's have a go at this. 34, don't forget the plus sign, 42. And we put the equal sign at the bottom. Note how we write them down in columns. Now, we can label the columns. The one on the right hand side is the units. The one next to it is the tens. Now, when we are adding numbers using the vertical format or long addition, we add them column by column. This is one column, the units column, and that is the tens column. And we always add starting on the right hand side. We always add the units column first. So let's try this. What is 4 plus 2? 4 plus 2. That's right, it is 6. Now we add the tens column. What is 3 plus 4? 3 plus 4. That's right, it's 7. And that's our answer. Let's write it down over here. 34 plus 42 is 76. And we did that using the vertical format. Now that was a nice easy example. Let's work through one where the units column adds to 10 or more. How do we write that down? Let's work through an example. We can label that one A, and we can do this one B. So what is 27 plus 45? 27 plus 45. Now, how do we write these numbers down in the vertical format? 27 plus 45. Don't forget the equal sign at the bottom. 27 plus 45. And we can label them again if we want to. We don't have to, but we can label them again. Units and tens. So in the same way, we add them column by column, and we start with the column on the right hand side, the units column. So what is 7 plus 5? 7 plus 5. That's right, it's 12. Now, how do we write down 12 over here using the vertical format? Well, we don't put the 1 over here. We put it slightly underneath over here. There we go. There's the 1, and there's the 2. That's 12. The 1 becomes part of the tens column. And now we add the tens. 2 plus 4, and don't forget the 1 over here. 2 plus 4 is, that's right, it's 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. And that's the answer, 72. 27 plus 45 is 72. Let's just have a recap of that. Do you remember how we wrote the 1 over here and the 2 over there? You have to learn how to do this. If you can do this, you can master this adding using the vertical format. Now what if both the units column and the tens column add to 10 or more? Well, let's work through another example. We'll just rub this out to make a bit of space. Okay, now let's work through this example. We're now on to C. What is 65 plus 58? It looks like a tricky one, doesn't it? But when we are using the vertical format, it's again the same principles apply, and again you will see that it's very easy. So let's write these numbers down in the vertical format. 65 plus 58. Let's put an equal sign under there. Okay. We can label them. We're not going to, but you can if you want. So the same principles apply, which means that we add them column by column. We start with the column on the right hand side, the units column. What is 5 plus 8? 5 plus 8. That's right, it's 13. Now remember how we write this down? We put a 1 under here, and we put 3 over here. Now we turn to the tens column. What is 6 plus 5? And don't forget to add the 1 over here. 6 plus 5 is 11. Plus 1 is 12. How do we write this down? The same way. We put 1 over here, and we put the 2 over there. This column over here, it doesn't have anything. There are no units there, no digits there. There are no digits there. It's only the 1 over there. So we just put the 1 here. This is the hundreds column. Units, tens, and hundreds. The answer is 123. 65 plus 58 is 123. Now, that wasn't very difficult, was it? You should not get frightened when you are trying to add large numbers. Let's work through one more example where the numbers are much larger. What is 57 plus 94? Again, much larger numbers. Now, again, don't be frightened. Use the same method as we've done before, and we'll come out to the correct answer. So let's write these numbers down in the vertical format. So what is 7 plus 4? 7 plus 4. That's right, it's 11. Remember, we put the 1 here. We'll put the 1, and the other 1 goes over there. 11. And now, oh sorry, that doesn't look right. Let's put the plus properly. Now we add the 5, the 9, and don't forget the 1, the tens column. Well, we know that 9 plus 1 is 10, plus the 5 is 15. Now, the hundreds column is 1 over here. That's the answer, 151. The key to adding two-digit numbers using the vertical format is to make sure that we write them in the correct way, in columns. Write them as neatly as possible. If you do that, you will be able to come to the correct answer and the teacher will know exactly what you're doing and will give you the best marks. So that this tutorial is the addition of 2-digit numbers.